haven't tried it. If you want to try it first, I don't know. What do it taste like right now? I definitely guessed. What happened? Is it strong? Or is it what?
I don't know, it just got me.
Oh.
I love it. Yeah.
Also, cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Tell us what we need.
You can get a little disco ball for like $20.
I definitely wanted the disco ball. We gotta get the disco ball for sure.
You can have the little laser ones. You can get all those little things that you just like plug in or they're battery operated.
Yeah.
Put them somewhere.
Yeah. I appreciate this. Rad, the director of vibes. Exactly.
I've always been into lighting or like, I think it's because my mom's family had a lot of like parties, like backyard parties. And when I was born, she's like, you're doing cartwheels or you were dancing and your elbows were going everywhere.
Elbows?
Specifically? I guess so. Yeah, but I threw my first like little party in 6th grade.
Word, damn.
It was a Valentine's Day party in my backyard and I had a disco ball and I had like, I think I recorded like the hour long like of one of the radio stations on a tape and like played it off my boombox.
Would it be like in the garage or
in the backyard?
Backyard.
Yeah,
Okay.
usually so like my parents' house, it's like there's when you walk in the kitchen to the right and it has one of those like has like a window thing to like the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's more over there, more to the left and to the right, but in that like living room area they have sliding doors to the backyard.
Right.
So we always would have parties and just like slide the doors open,
Mm-hmm.
and then people come in and out that way.
Right. I never like had a proper backyard growing up, but we had garages, and that's like where the parties were run. Specifically, it was like always music, really loud. It would like spill out into the driveway. Yeah, but it's like there was something I just have such like distinct memories, like not only in my house but like other family members or whatever, where it's like somehow the garage was like the epic place that was like, transformed into like where people played dominoes, but like there was like music always blasting out and then people dancing out of like the garage area.
We didn't have a garage, we have like carports. So it's like a covering, but it's not completely enclosed.
Enclosed, yeah.
That was like everybody on my block has a carport.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's also I've shared stories with Naja about my great grandmother's house in LA, and they had like a whole kind of like front yard situation. And that every other weekend there was a party. Like for no reason. Also. It was like, but there was also a lot of family members, so there was always a lot of birthday parties to have, and it always happened at this house. There was always music blasting and a barbecue going, and like loads of drinks, and it would be like, you know, the kids running around everywhere, and then like my uncle's playing cards, and then you know like there's like all these different sections, lots of food. My grandma was always just cooking, like the pots were like this big, and we weren't allowed in the house. Like the kids weren't ever. I don't know why, but like it was just like
because y'all were dirty.
Yeah, it was like there's no reason for you to go
Dirty,
outside. What are you
run
doing? What are you doing? My uncle would be like, "What are you doing? Go
outside.
Go outside. What do you need? What do you need? It's out there." And my uncle eventually ended up like, because he lives there now and was living there at the time, like the last few years of my great grandmother's life, like he built a whole outdoor like patio like bar situation. It was very much like inspired by what you would see on the side of the road in Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
And he also built a shower and a toilet out there.
Wow.
So that he was like, y'all really don't need to go inside now. I haven't been inside the house in a long time. The spot to hang out inside the house was always the kitchen, right? Like that's the next second like party area. It's like there's like everywhere. Any house. It's always, it doesn't matter how small or whatever it is, it's like the kitchen. Legit, my family will find any excuse to go over. Like everyone from the block would come. Yeah, the party was like such an essential part of my upbringing.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting to think about like the
familial connection to partying that y'all are talking about, and I wish I had that. But also thinking about how as queer folks we talk about like making our chosen families, and how a lot of times that happens in bars and clubs. That's where you meet your sisters and your partners and your whoever, and how similar that is to like your actual family experience. It's amazing.